What do you think? Can I remove the sag out of this? Honestly, I doubt it. This whole house is falling apart, but the homeowner wants this fixed because it's carrying floor joists. He's been informed that we're not going to be able to get the 3-inch plus sag out of it, but we're going to try to shore it back up. So all this plaster is going to come off to expose the existing header, which I'm sure is just a couple doubled up 2x4s. I'm going to go back with LVLs. Stick around. Let's find out how this works out. Okay, let me show you something. God, it's dusty in here. That's a 2x4. That's a 2x4. And that's a king stud, but there's no jack. All that is a 2x4 towed in with some cripple studs above it. I figured it'd be bad, but I didn't think it'd be that bad. So I'm gonna set up jacks, see how far I can push this up. Then we'll put the beam in and actually put jacks in. So this hole's gonna get a little smaller, but it is what it is. Alright, got a jack down either side, just one stud running up to the center. I'm not going to be wholly dependent on the jacks on this because as I slowly walk this up, I can bring these in, drive them in to help hold everything up. I have more studs over here. I've got a bunch more out on the truck. I can accommodate any changes in that I want. My biggest fear, honestly, is that as I push up, I'm going to drive the floor down. So I don't think I'm going to catch a lot of sag here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get much out of it, but I guess I'll see what I get and then we'll get ready to put a beam in. And it is what it is, and the homeowner's aware of that. Alright, well I doubled up my jack things, whatever these things are called, just because I want to rely on those, but if these bow, then I'm kind of in a pinch of having to try to relieve the weight real quick. So I'm just going to keep lifting and driving in. Listen to see if anything goes boom. About 10 pumps each time. These on this side are almost vertical, so I think I'm going to cut 2 more a little bit longer so I can keep driving them in and keep lifting. Haven't heard anything catastrophically move yet, so we'll keep pushing our luck a little bit. Upon further review, I don't know if you can see, but we are balloon framed. There's nothing here. So all they did was put in these blocks and then the floor joists sit on this 1x2, and then it's all floored all the way across. So there's not really any header. This is all we've got, which is neither here nor there. That's fine. So I'm going to give it a few more pumps, get it up to what I can, probably because I want to leave that 1x2. I will then find my lowest point, which is probably right there, cut right at the 1x2, level across, make cuts to clear these out, level across that way to make cuts to clear them out, and then I can put the header in and put my new jacks in all the way down to the floor. Stuff out of the way, get the wiring out of the way, and then we'll get back to cutting things and see if anything falls on my head. This is going to be the first fit. I don't have really high hopes on this because I don't know if you can tell, the studs are leaned big time. So I had to scribe each end to follow that and then pull a measurement. Got 2 blocks in, hopefully low enough so I can set this thing in here, and then we'll work on shimming it up and making it level. Nope. Putting the center on. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, let's try this again. Come on. Big guns. Would you look at that? Woo! Slowly, very slowly, but surely. Not so surely, but very slowly. It's in roughly. I'll get this thing put together into one piece. It was really hard to cut those studs up there nice and level, so I cut them all in line with that 1x2, and then I will shim them back down to the beam. So I'll get this turned into one beam and then work on getting jacks that actually push this thing up to where it needs to be. Poof! We're in the future. Beam is in. Shims have been installed. Can't see if you can. It's been a long day. Can't tell if you can see, but I've got big old fat lag screws ran in both ends. Got my jacks in. They run all the way down to a new beam that runs through the bottom of the house, so that's perfect. All the load is transferred. We're at about 82.5 inches here, which it was 78 inches when I got here. So we took some sag out and we gained them some height. And I apologize, I'm drippy and medi and wetty. We get a couple things organized here, and then we'll go for the moment of truth and see what falls on us. There it is. It's in. I will give you the first view. Let me know if it's got any sag to it. It's hard to tell with the wider angle on the lens. But alright, that's it. It's getting late in the day. I gotta get this cleaned up, get myself home, and get me cleaned up because I'm a mess. Alright, thanks for tagging along for today's DIY project. If you want to see how to put another beam in, maybe check right here. And YouTube really thinks you need to watch this video, so definitely check that one out too. Alright, see you later. Let me get my thumbnail photo.